Go.
Hello, Jeremy Salsa again. I got a lot of people asking me what herbs I take, kind of some of the things I do, and I'd love to share it with you guys. So there's a lot. The herbs are great. The herbs have helped me a lot substantially. But I think the stuff that I removed is the most important thing. Stuff that I removed from my diet, the poisons, the chemicals, the pesticides, the GMOs, the preservatives are probably one of the worst that tear me up the worst, citric acid. But anyway, the herbs that have helped me a lot. Now I take them different ways. I do teas every day, daily teas, once, twice, 7 times a day. And then I ingest some. Mullein is one that I do both. I put it in my teas and I ingest it, mullein. It helps with breathing substantially. I had a lot of problems over time. My breathing got really, really bad, and as soon as I added mullein, it increased substantially. We've got yellow dock root. I get this processed already, just basically broken down. It's called yellow dock root. It's great for most of these things. All address the gut, and that's what I've addressed, and I'm getting better. But yellow dock root. We have reishi mushroom. The different mushrooms I've learned give balance to the different bacteria's symbiotic balance to the different bacterias in your gut. And I believe chaga mushroom, which I do have here as well, actually gives your body cell regenerating ability. And obviously we need that. So mushrooms, reishi mushroom so far, chaga mushroom, lion's mane mushroom, shiitake mushrooms, real good. We use that in a lot of our soups. The more commercial portobello mushrooms do not have as much nutrients. I'm not going to go too deep into all that. Let's get to the herbs and spices. I do a lot of different teas, which contain chamomile and many different things. You can go to, I'm sure just about every city has a local herb shop with different teas. I suggest getting things fresh. The fresher I get things, the better they affect me. One for relaxing, one for, specifically bone growth. Like I get many different teas. Chia tea. Now you got to stay away from caffeine, unfortunately. I notice coffee really tears me up. Chia tea has caffeine. I can drink some without getting bad, but if I drink too much, I notice my fingers and my feet tingle when I do the caffeine, too much of the caffeine, real bad, and like the tips will start to hurt in the cold. And peppermint, I put peppermint in everything. I noticed a while ago that it eases the gut, and I just started putting it in everything. I'm not sure too much of the medicinal, but I feel it makes me feel better. I feel like if you appease your gut, your body's gonna go right along with it. Dandelion root, it gives you energy out of this world. I do it in teas, I do it as a supplement. And yeah, if you're lacking on energy, which we do, we have very bad fatigue, this helps. This helps a lot with energy and focus, brain focus, different things. Again, teas, hibiscus tea, amazing. It really hits the body well. These are all very good stimulants too. Helps with fasting, which is important. Sometimes you have to really get that gut cleared out. Rose is something that I've learned has so much. I mean, it helps with cancer. It helps with everything. Rose, I put it in my tea every day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Just rose buds, and I crumble it up in there. Burdock root, great joint support. Burdock root. Let's see, we've got Turkish rhubarb root. Seems to really appease the gut. Helped, but I'm not sure of all them. I'm not a smart man. I've just done a lot of research, and I've focused on how things are affecting my body. And Turkish rhubarb root really seems to do good things for me. One of the game changers, I believe, is nettle leaf. I get that processed. Nettle leaf. It's a kind of like poison ivy. Poison ivy is supposed to be really good for you too, for this exact disease. But nettle leaf, it's something that if you get on your skin, it makes it bubble. You get little bubbles, but it's actually really good for you. It helps specifically with people with rheumatoid arthritis. Was my original research, but it really helps with the gut all around. Elderberry, very important, just all around. Daily, several times a day. The nettle, several times a day. Sarsaparilla root, again, really good. Really seems to be helping me. I've done many other things. Spirulina seem to do good things for me. Jamaican dogwood I got for pain. I've just started experimenting with it. It does seem to be beneficial on the days that I do have some flare-up pain, which I still do sometimes. Let's see, again, some more tea. Mad Hatter tea, one of my favorite. Really gives me a nice calm persona, as I guess you'd say. Essiac tea, it's actually for cancer patients, but I brew it sometimes and I just take it, and I feel good. All these things make me feel good. Stevia is something I want you guys to know, because I don't do sugar. Sugar is a no-no. Processed sugars make me swell up. Stevia is a leaf, and you take it and you put it on your tongue and it tastes like sugar. We use it for everything. My wife has made some amazing recipes. She makes chocolate muffins. She makes, we've got something in the oven now. It's like a blueberry pie. And stevia is something that she uses as a sweetener. There's a few other sweeteners that we can get into later. But stevia, I use it in all my teas. I don't swell up. Honey is good, but I can't eat honey that where the bees have been fed sugar. I can eat honey, natural honey from roaming bees, but a lot of the honey that people get nowadays has sugar in it, or not in it. They feed the bees sugar, and I gave up on honey because I noticed I couldn't eat it. But then I tried some natural roaming bees, and it made a difference. And I don't use it obsessively, but I do eat some honey. Iodine. Iodine is in a lot of the food that I eat. I don't really need it anymore. I do use it occasionally, but initially I believe it helped a lot. I started using it because I was going through anemic type bouts where I'd get real cold, and my tingling and the thing, all the extra stuff. And I started using this, and I believe that it addressed that pretty well. Now, the diet itself that I eat addressed it well, but I believe that this gave me a boost in that area, because when I started using it, I started being warm again. Zinc. Zinc's amazing. It's in a lot of the food I eat, a lot of the greens. It's also a rock mineral. That's where they extract this. Super good for you, zinc. You have to eat before you take it, though, because it'll give you a little belly rumble. Paw de arco, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it did help with swelling. It took down the swelling when I had obsessive swelling at the time. I don't really take it too often anymore, but I did. Bladderwrack. You need to be careful with bladderwrack. It would give me heart palpitations or something like that. This is not from doctors, this is just what I experienced, and I'm trying to describe it to you. I did not have my grandma take this because she's kind of got heart problems, but she's coming back from different health issues with the same herbs and the same diet that I eat. But be careful with this. It did help. It did help a lot. I don't take it regularly anymore, but I did for a long time. and it gave me boosts that I needed. But like I said, it made me feel weird at times. I'd get heart palpitations and like different, and I believe it was from this. So you guys be careful with this bladder wrack, and you can get it in the same form. I just haven't bought it in a long time. The bladder racks seem to help me, but again, be careful. Something that's amazing is sea moss. I take it every day, every single day. It's got 120 or 107 minerals that the body needs. It looks like this. You've got to soak it in water to make it softer. We even make it into lotions. It's great for your skin. You got to wash off all that salt. It's way too salty right now. But fresh sea moss is amazing. It really gave me my body the stuff that it needs to fight everything. It really helped with focus as well, I noticed. When I started taking this, I felt smarter, and I'm not a smart man. So that's a lot of the herbs. Bread, I noticed a lot of people say, no bread, no bread. No, you can't eat bread with bleached flour. My bread, we use unbleached flour. I even make my own yeast. We can make different kinds of breads. We make chips. We do soup. But the bread, let's get back to the bread real quick. The bread that I eat, it can have lentil beans in it, quinoa, wheat flour, but it's got to be unbleached flour because it contains omega-3s and fatty acids that the body needs. The unbleached flour they use because this bread only lasts a day. Unbleached flour bread lasts quite some more time, and that's why they use it, but it bleaches out all the nutrition, and that's why it's just a filler for the body. It's bad for you. We do a bunch of different soups. We toss a lot of good stuff in there, a lot of healthy stuff. We'll get into that if you guys want some other time, but soup, bread, chips, fresh fruits, fresh banana, bread, dates, and different things really help with my sugar cravings and stuff like that. Because like I said, I haven't eaten sugar about 8 months. It's a lie. I ate a donut the other day and I swelled up for like 4 days. I did eat, but anyway. So yeah, you guys asked for my herbs, and these are my herbs. I take them different ways. The processed herbs, I put in a little cup and I just kind of mix it together with some water and eat it. It's the most disgusting thing in the world, but it's a lot cheaper than getting the pill form, and I'm a poor man, so that's how I do it. And then the teas, I do a lot of different teas, which helps with cravings, which helps with fasting, which helps with, all these different stimulants that help me along the road. And it's not just this disease. I believe that all this stuff helps all diseases, and I pray that you guys can feel better and get better, and anything I can help you with, please let me know. Thank you, and just have a good day.